It's Putty Tuck here, and welcome back to 2008. Tucker, how you doing? I didn't do the intro right.
Okay.
Whatever.
Oh shit.
I mixed the new intro with the old intro and created a monster. I've ceased clearly asking who you are because according to your channel's AI moderator, it doesn't matter what your name is. Yeah. True.
All right.
It's the quarter century.
It is the quarter century.
Oh, did we do our house show stuff, by the way? Were we meant to?
No. Yeah, we didn't.
Okay, we'll do it after if we remember.
I doubt we will, honestly.
Fuck.
But yeah.
Well, let's try.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, okay. This is both brands. Okay.
Bobby Lashley isn't here, right? I think Chavo is not here. He's here. He's here. He's here. He's here. I guess he can go home.
Yep.
He can go home. She can go home. He's here. He is here. I think he can go home. He maybe check the pre-rocking real quick, but I think he can actually go home. Yeah, cool. He can go home. He's on comms, maybe. He's here. He's part of the team. She can go home. He's part of the team. I very much doubt she's going to be on this show, so she can go home.
Cool. Ooh.
Oh? Oh.
Nothing, just CC Cleaner popping up.
I see.
Yeah, we are in Boston, Massachusetts, TD Garden.
In the garden, yeah.
All right. SNME is anything with the T.
Correct. Based. I think that's it.
Yep.
There should be a button here that's like show coverage with currently selected broadcasters. That would be very useful.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Very cool, guys.
You do that.
Oh my.
Wait, well, I thought we were Mr. McGrath. Did we switch or something?
No.
Huh. Okay.
Make him drop the belt.
No.
It's time. It's time.
No.
This son of a bitch wants to test me. He's done. Okay, cut him.
No. No, Vince,
He's
no.
not special. I can make 10 of him.
That's true, Vince, but shh.
That's great.
Maybe, I think it's time for some team bonding after that.
Right on.
Strengthen our relationship. It didn't do that, but hey, whatever.
Yeah, it didn't do that. It did me and the Undertaker.
That's fair.
Right
We went
on,
and vented to Taker about it, and Taker tried to remain fairly neutral about the whole thing. To mediate.
All right.
Should we book our matches?
Yeah.
All right. I think we open with Cena versus Dykstra. What database are we using? We're using the Idolized database for TEW 2016, converted to 2020, then ran for 4 years, then converted into a database, then converted for 2020 for TEW9, and then edited by Tucker.
We're also now about 6 months into playing with 9.
This version, yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Yeah.
The answer is no. We're not using a database.
The answer is not accessible.
Pretty much. Maybe 8.
Yeah. Okay.
Where were you?
Long.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like 17.
I'm not that long. I don't think I could ever get that long. No, I couldn't get up that far. 13 is a number that's popping into my head.
Sure.
All right. Long time save. Wow, like nearly 10 years. Not that long, but
yeah.
no. Like 5 years.
Oh, yeah. So we did not start in 2016, just to make that clear.
We just used a 2016 database when we started in 2020, right?
Because nobody made any mods for 2020.
Yeah, because we
wasn't very good.
The game just the game had just come out.
That in there.
The game had just come out.
Felt like throwing that in there.
Okay.
Is John Cena winning? Is he beating the washed allegations?
Well, he's winning. I don't know about that second part. But yeah.
Perfect.
I think submission. Goddamn 70. I think I know where you're coming from, but man, I don't think that match would be good or service anyone.
It'd be fine.
It would be fine. I agree. What year did your database technically start? 2004. January 2004. And we are essentially on pace, roughly, for like what's the word? Approximate like we go a month. We take a month to get through a month on average. So we're basically on pace. Yeah. We're a bit faster this year than we have been. Okay. I think it's Orton DiBiase next.
Yeah, probably makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. 7?
Yeah, that seems fair for this.
Yeah, this is not the last match in this feud. No, it's an untitled match. Oh, we need to fix the comms.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's literally just Austin and JR.
What the hell do I want to do for this? Fuck.
I would help you if I knew who the Raw guys were.
It's fair. The Raw guys aren't very good anyways. I mean, there's like 2 or 3 of them that are quite good, and then there's everybody else.
Fair.
I don't want Earl on that. Give me fucking Chad Patton.
The way you say Chad Patton is if you don't rate him.
I don't have opinions on Chad Patton.
Wow. I consider Chad Patton to be one of the referees of all time, personally.
One of the ones.
Yeah. He is among the, he's in the conversation. You know what I mean?
When you talk about referees,
he has to be in the conversation.
May talk about Chad Patton.
Yeah. I think you'd be remiss not to mention Chad Patton when you're discussing the referees of all time. Randy's winning clean here.
Yeah, I assumed.
Yeah, I guess it's not that obvious, but yeah. I think it's time for women. I think this is gradually forming into the putty style. It escalates as the show goes on. Because I don't think there's anywhere else we can put the tag titles, but right there at just before the mains. I mean,
yep.
By God. We need to, you're about to go do exactly what I was about to say we needed to do. God damn, I feel like Mike Chioda is a little underrated.
he would be another like 100 refereeing guy, probably IRL, but
Mhm.
whatever.
Chad Patton, you think maybe needs a nerf? Should we look at the referees at Mania?
Yeah, Chad Patton is an overhyped bum. Never should be mentioned with the greats of his era.
I feel like our conversation has changed drastically from our earlier one.
All I said was he was one of them. That's all.
I know. Now you want him consigned to the dustbin of history. Hold on, I'm gonna Google. Let me Google Chad Patton. Let me see. I don't. I would need some facts.
Very innocent Chad Patton here.
Wasn't he a friend? Yeah, he was a friend of Jack Doan. On his off days, he would help set up the ring for WWE house shows. Wow. Officials recognized his hard work and put him in charge of putting up the stage. God damn.
What a guy.
At one point, he was asked to try his hand at ring announcing, which Patton was terrible at. So he became a referee instead.
Yeah, that's fair.
He counted the pinfall for the Undertaker Brock Lesnar match at WrestleMania 30. That's a pretty big deal.
Bitch. We should kill him.
Is he still working for the WWE? He is. Wow. That's some longevity. He's been there like 26 years. That's kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
That's longer than you've been alive.
Real.
Yeah. Put some respect on Chad Patton's name.
Chad Patton is able to hold down a job. Well done, Chad Patton.
Whoa. I mean, better than either of us.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. No, that was genuine. That not sound genuine.
Oh, okay. No, to be fair, very little of what you say does.
That's the problem with me.
Yeah, which I recognize. I understand. Sometimes it happens for me too. Okay, this is not like... Actually, Lita's kind of based. 5?
I was going 6.
If you want to go 6, I can go 6. I don't mind.
Yeah, let's go 6.
Sure. Lita wins, lol.
Based.
Clean. All right, it's time for our tag team championship match. How long did the SummerSlam match go?
Oh, geez.
I think you can check this if you go to match the show history.
Eight.
Okay, so we're going longer than that for sure. I don't know, 12 sticks out in my head?
Yeah. Yeah, we do 12.
Cool. One more Raw match on this show.
Main.
Yeah.
10. That'll work.
Cool.
I think Scott's SmackDown. SmackDown. Adam Mahoney then has to be Raw. I feel like I do this every...
He is.
Yeah, okay.
I remember Adam Mahoney being on Raw.
Okay, cool. There we go.
And they're back. What's yours? Undertaker's gonna win back the titles.
Let's go. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. No. I want Johnny Starman.
That's fucking bullshit.
It's fine. I mean, if Miz is going to lose these days, he's not going to say anything about it. Whereas when Morrison loses, he's going to have something to say. Just apparently. Right now. I'm fine to keep him strong. Actually, let's throw Protect. I think that's the first recourse. He should be fine with just a Protect. Okay, fine. Give him a Protect. I keep strong as well then.
I don't think you realize we've made a star.
I know. He was already a star. He's been a star for years.
True. That's true.
But keep in mind, Paul London and Brian Kendrick are the greatest tag team in history.
Jesus. You're right,
I mean,
though. You're right.
Pound for pound, at this point in their career, they probably are. But obviously, you'd wait until they finish. How does 19 sound?
I was at 1920. Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Cool. We can't specify exact seconds, otherwise I'd be down. I know you meant 19 or 20.
Fair,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Christian's going to win this.
Yep.
It's going to be open, slow build, clean. And we are, in fact, getting interference.
Shocker.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a bit of a shocker. Because it is a cage match.
Is it just the group?
It's all three of them will get involved. And Christian will receive no help. He will beat them all himself. Because he's based. Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's the guy.
That's the guy. Okay. Da-da-da. Do either of these men have psych?
No.
I think you're probably right. Just show me.
76.
Nah.
86.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Knows how to work.
Yeah, okay, I could see it. It's 2008. It's a different world now, right? He hasn't been able to, like, get by on pure character work. He spent a year on the shelf where he was actually technically in real life fit, where he could have been training and working, you know? So I could see him coming back and being like, I studied so many tapes. I'm down for that. I watched Chavo Guerrero wrestle.
Jesus. That's great.
Okay, well, my number initially was 21. How do we feel about that?
Oh, okay. I was at 13, so.
Damn. Well, okay, I like the dichotomy between where the both of us are on this versus John Cena and Kenny Dykstra. I think it's time for me to start accusing you of being giga high on Kenny Dykstra just because he's friends with Randy Orton.
He's making the right connections. That's all I'll say.
Okay. I'm pitching for 21. I still think it's a good number. If anything, I thought it was low.
Jesus.
Yeah. These two are fun. And they're going to do fun things. And it's a main event. They're competent. I don't know. We go long on Undertaker matches. This is going to be way better.
All right. Yeah, we can do 21. That's fine.
It's also, I guess I should say, it's going to get extreme.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Vince, do you want to put Edge over and Barry Hardy? Because,
Yep. I love it. That's the money move.
Yeah. Slow build. Let's get crazy bumps from both of these men.
I think they'll both do it, too. Yeah, they will.
Do we get a replacement referee? No, I think just the original referee just recovers by the end of the match. Cool. I have notes for those 2 main events, but they are apparently buried fucking deep.
There we go.
The world is watching. Dun, 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 dun. I'm looking through my notes for the mains here, if you can tell people what's going on in this. I know we're going to do the show, but like just rather than sitting there silently booking, just say what you're booking.
Oh, yeah. So doing all the intro stuff, obviously. Getting everybody in the video package at the moment. Edge
and Jeff Hardy about 3 minutes. Actually, I think we've gotten to the point where I recognize that this stuff is better to keep feud participants apart. So why don't you just pick one of them? Edge, probably.
Sure. And then Christian as well, I guess.
That sounds good.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. I didn't notice that you'd put the cruiserweights in there. I mean, this could just be Edge for me. I don't know if we're using Christian in the video package, to be honest.
Sure.
Up to you though. I'm down.
That's fine. And then it is 2 on the commentators.
And then do a John Cena entrance as the next angle.
Yep.
It's probably not live. It's like pre-recorded.
Oh my god, game.
It's right. It's correct.
Oh, it's correct. It's fucking correct, all right.
Uh-huh. John Cena working the crowd 3 minutes. I guess Kenny Dykstra working the crowd 1 minute. It will make the angle better, actually. Oh, I don't. Oh, yeah, you did. Good job. Okay, I like this. I've got everything I need for the cage now. The main event, I might need a little bit of back and forth with you, but I think that'll be fine. Alright. John Cena wins, lol. I don't think there's any afters.
I don't really think so either, honestly.
Let's do our Bobby Lashley Survivor Series ad for tickets.
Yeah, damn. I was just thinking about it. I wish I'd left Mr. Kennedy here.
What did you have for him?
We're in Texas. Steve Austin's on commentary.
That's right. We're in Texas tomorrow, though, and the angle where they confront each other is booked for tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, the day after. You know what I mean?
This
So
was, what was it? Sorry?
Survivor Series. Buy some tickets. It's in Wells Fargo.
Okay. I knew the function, but I didn't know the... Yeah.
If you're not doing pros, just copy and paste the titles into the description so we know what the ads are or what the angles are.
Oh, God, yeah. Jesus.
Just do it. If you don't want to do it, we can just copy and paste it. I don't mind. I'm not going to argue for it this week. I'm all right. All right, you're just doing it. Cool. Philadelphia, if that's... Yeah, or Wells Fargo, if that's what you're... Are we going to get a Michael Nutter reference on this show?
Probably.
Why is the analysis yellow? Maybe a brief description of the feud there? Like, I'm not talking like a paragraph, but just like Kenny Dykstra has recently been attacking John Cena, or maybe not attacking, but you know what I mean. Yeah, here you go. I think you're on the right line here. Is he right?
Yeah, there you go.
That's perfect. Also, can we call this Dykstra Cena entrance, like Dykstra / Cena entrances, so it's a little bit less generic of a segment name? I feel like you like the comedy of generic segment names, but I do feel like they're not useful.
When there's entrances right before this match, we'll know who it is.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the game doesn't even let you have multiple angles on the show called entrances. So you're going to go calling the next one Entrances 2, and that just looks bad.
Based. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
I guess you're leaning more towards the comedy, and I'm leaning more towards the descriptive, right? Like, usually things that, like, when they read it, like, haha, whereas I'm like, I just want actually what it would look like on the run sheet.
Yeah, fair.
Okay, we're back to this segment of the show. I think we get an interview with Christian. With Jerry Lawler. Did we send Jerry Lawler home? Or is he here? Okay, let's get Jerry Lawler then. I like this idea that he's like a big event interviewer.
I like it.
Yeah, and Christian's just basically going to say that, no more interference. It's just going to be me and Strong inside the cage, and we're going to find out. We're going to finish this once and for all.
Yeah. Where the fuck was I going with this sentence?
He's ready to finish this feud once and for all.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
There you go.
Cool. I think actually this fits Christian as well. Can you say at the end he also makes fun of Roderick Strong's boots?
Yep.
Cool.
How long is this?
We can go 4, I think.
Yep.
I'm okay to let him shoot, yeah. Let's go DiBiase and Orton off screen, commentators as segment hosts, and they'll talk about why we're having this match. I'm alright to have DiBiase and Orton both in this angle, because I think it would be kind of cheesy not to. At least with the video, you can make the argument that it's focused on Edge specifically. Yep. Yeah.
2?
I think so. Yeah. I don't think it's hype necessarily, because they're just sort of like so let me explain this to you, because I think it's good that we keep talking about these categories and how we think of them. The reason why I'm leaning away from hype is I feel like they're literally just giving us information. Like, we're not trying to make you excited. I think it could actually just lean into tease, even though, again, I see tease as more of a like, oh, you're excited for what's coming next. But this is like, I feel like we're not selling the match, we're just explaining the match.
Fair. Yeah, fair enough.
I'm okay with tease because literally up next, right?
Right.
I mean, honestly, foreshadowing might be an accurate description. But anyway, I'd leave it up. I don't want to do hype, but any of the others, like generic is probably where it most naturally lies. You might want to just, again, brief description, like Ted DiBiase beat Orton a few weeks ago through nefarious means, and Orton kicked Cody Rhodes in the head this past Monday.
Like that.
Yep. I like that. Only thing I would say on that, and this is very much, I mean, you would know this better than me, is, but I don't necessarily like when I have sentences, if in one part of the sentence I'm referring people by only their last name, if later in the sentence I switch to referring them as their full name, I would pick one of those styles and stick to it across the sentence. It's that second sentence. You go DiBiase Orton, and then you go Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
I guess actually, well, never mind. I was going to say, if you've mentioned their full names earlier, switching to short names later makes sense, but I've just looked and you've at no point mentioned DiBiase's full name. So, yeah. Cool. Works for me. Then we got the match. I don't think there's any afters. Oh, actually, what do you think about Orton picking up the belt, looking at it, and then dropping it on DiBiase and leaving? You know, that little foreshadow that he's, you know, maybe he thinks he's earned a title shot.
I like it. I like it.
Cool. Think Randy Orton working crowd, DiBiase non-speaking appearance. Or selling an injury, your call.
Probably selling an injury, right? Realistically.
Yeah. Randy Orton teases title titillation.
Title pursuit.
Okay, I wanted to go for the tease, but all right. Orton teases title trouble.
All right, son of a bitch.
I mean, I'm down to keep workshopping it, or for you to tell me fuck off with your tease, you asshole.
No,
okay.
No.
all right.
How long is that?
1 minute. 1 minute. Yeah. Randy Orton with a minor victory over Ted, I think, in this angle as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think this is
No, I was just like, I just remember I have an appointment later. I was like, oh shit, right, yeah, fuck.
We're not going to cut it close, right? It's more than an hour and a half from now.
No, it's at like 3. Yeah, we're good. This one.
I think so. I think this is definitional foreshadowing.
Yep.
Even though tease is in the title, I still think it's definitional foreshadowing. Yep. I would capitalize championship. Tell me to fuck off if you want.
No, you're good.
Okay. Jeff Hardy interview?
Sure.
Okay. Let's have Matt Hardy as a background player. I think Amy Weber can do this one. She's, you know, the interview overlord.
Four?
Yeah. I think in terms of like bullet points for this into the pros, I think Jeff should mention that Edge is a wronged man, and Jeff sympathizes with Edge's cause, but Jeff Hardy was not the man who wronged Edge. But regardless of what happens tonight, regardless of how he got here tonight, he has to defend his WWE Championship, and that's all he's focused on.
Perfect.
Maybe a minor Jeff unreciprocated victory in there?
Sure.
Great. From Enigma to Icon. Up next, we show a graphic. It's the Women's Championship. Candice Michelle versus Melina. That heart. I wouldn't capitalized graphic.
Well,
you can't. No, you can if you want. You were joking there, right? Sounded a little.
Yeah.
Bitter. Okay. All right. Just wanted to double check in. All right. Nothing after that match. Not needed. Let's throw in a video recap of the SummerSlam tag title match. Maybe you can just put all 4 of these guys in here. Brian Hebner. Did you finish the thumbnail yesterday, by the way?
No, I played around with it for a little bit.
Okay.
And I could not get anything that I liked, so I kept nothing.
Well, did you at least keep the font you're using for the number?
At least keep the font I'm using for the number.
Yeah, I thought you used different fonts for the SNME number every time. That was the thing you liked.
I did not get that far. That's one of the last things I do.
Okay, I was about to try and cheer you up by saying at least there's stuff you can use today, but it sounds like not. But at least you've done some mental work that you don't have to do today, at least.
Oh yeah, no, I've cycled through a couple different ideas already. Recap, match replay, match highlights. There you go. Two minutes.
Yeah, that sounds good. Maybe a minor, unreciprocated success for all 4 men. Like, this was a cool match. Oh, yeah, they're in 2 different storylines, right? So this is Morrison and Miz, and then the other one I think is called High Speed Havoc. That goes right before the tag match. Let's before that highlight package, let's do a 1-minute video, John Cena, where I assume it's Cena. You can pick whoever you want. You usually use Cena. Where we're selling that we're hitting. We're in Texas tonight, right? No, we're in Boston. So you're thinking about Texas. We're in Texas in a couple weeks, but we're in Boston tonight. Anyway, we are going to be in Texas soon, and we got to do Texas tour. Tickets available. But the next 2 SNMEs are in Texas, so I don't blame you for getting confused. But this one's in Boston.
All right, what is this?
Okay, we're the reason why I'm laughing is clearly you stunlocked yourself with that thought, because I did literally twice explain what this was. We're in Texas soon. There's a Texas tour. Buy some tickets. Oh shit, we're at the tease again. Texas tour tickets ad, Tucker. Before. Cage. Well, there's 6 minutes attached to that match. We don't have to do a cage lowering angle as much as I want to. I think we should edit the cage match, honestly, because I'd like to do all the bullshit as angles, not as part of the match. Obviously, you can't do it now, but I mean for future reference. Unless you disagree with me.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
You want me to say it again?
Well, no, I just don't. Well, I don't totally get what you mean.
There's 6 minutes of non-wrestling time in that cage match version. Clearly, it means it's including the lowering of the cage as part of the non-wrestling time, whereas I would prefer to do that as a separate angle.
I see. Yeah, that was the second interpretation I had.
What was the first?
The first one was that all the interference was going to be in an angle somehow, and I was like, I don't understand why we're doing that, like, at all. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, okay. That would be weird. Still don't got your take on the main point, but that's fine.
Oh, I agree with that, yes.
Okay.
Like a general, yeah.
One-minute comm segment hosts pictures of Boston.
Yep, that's always a good one.
Yep. Do like cities and reminding people of the city that we're in.
We like Boston.
Do they like Boston?
No.
Jim Ross, Steve Austin?
No, they both much rather be in Dallas, Texas, where everybody thought this show was, obviously. Everybody thought that.
Cena's like, I didn't. I knew it was in Boston. Shut up, John.
What the hell else can we do here, even?
I don't have to do anything else. Could just do main event, pre-main event stuff. I mean, we're already at 2 hours.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. Like 1 minute video package.
I went for John Cena instinctively.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I guess Edge enters first.
Yep.
Like a 2 minute of extra entrance time for Edge, I think. And then I think entrances are generic.
All right.
I think you've done that before.
Probably.
And then Jeff with Matt as a background player.
Yep.
And I guess another 2 on this, I think.
Yep.
And I guess Lillian Garcia, segment host. Edge and Hardy, non-speaking appearance. I think I did this for Justin Roberts for one of the SmackDown SNME mains a couple months ago. Actually, we can go cameo on Lillian, if it will let us book that in. Might not, but we'll see. 1 minute on this.
Or this could be hype.
This could be hype. Yeah, I could see this one as hype.
Okay.
I do like how your talking style, I feel like, translates into your prose. You're very fond of the "we get" open to the angle, to the paragraph.
No, I've always had that, thankfully. Edge makes his way to the ring, followed by Jeff Hardy, who is followed by Matt.
In brackets, who is also followed by Matt Hardy, by Jeff Hardy.
Let's do this.
Question mark? Damn. We're apprehensive. I think that's it.
Pretty tight.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah, what are we doing with these?
We could use the Cena one, I think. You know, it's a big gamble. I think there's probably something there.
And then what are we spending money on?
Nothing. But in terms of creative ideas, creative energy, I mean. Just running down the show, and then otherwise we'll grab some evergreen stuff that I like. And by some, I mean probably one. I think the show is good without anything. I can't think of anything that's overly creative. So I'd go for just an angle idea to have for the future.
Yep.
Hopefully not a generic one. Okay, well, it's a generic one. That's fine. And then I think... Okay, let's grab another one. That's a little high. I'm not sure if we'd overcap. We probably wouldn't, but who's to say? Okay. Gets beat up by a faction.
Yeah, like literally gets mauled. All right.
Also, I'm pretty sure I just saw Triple H way ahead of everybody else on the booking team. I just want to let you know that you argued to take him off the booking team at one point.
Yep. I saw the future. He's going to take us out in the long run.
Good. We should be taken out.
Good. Okay.
We're a menace, Tucker.
We are a menace. I cannot lie. All right. Got all that working out and good. Anything you want to do before we get going here?
Yeah, I'm just going to double check we don't have any tier 3 patrons. I'm not doing the shout out thing anymore. I think we've talked about that before. But if someone was tier 3 subbed, I would want to add them to the credits. I don't think so, though, but I just want to double check. God, Patreon putting so much effort into changing their UI, but not into allowing me to move on to monthly billing. We got tier 3 paid from Fast Life One Hand for SummerSlam, but I think he's already on there.
Yep, he is.
He is, definitely? Okay, that's the only tier 3 from SummerSlam. I'll just double check Vengeance. No tier 3. And Lashley Guerrero, no tier 3. Cool. All right, I'm ready.
All right. In 3. Oh, whoa, that was weird. Why did that spike my audio so loud? Okay, I'm just gonna have to keep it.
You can have a look at that. I'm gonna look over these notes for the last 2 matches again. I'm gonna thin them down on a Word document a little. So give me a couple.
Okay, so just say something for me here real quick.
Yep. Tell me when. Or just now?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, whatever.
Hello there. Hello. Hi.
Or
yeah, you can respond.
Talk at the same time.
Well, we could talk at the same time if you really wanted to. Yeah, I mean, that would be kind of wild. A little bit, it can work.
All right, that's it.
Okay, I'm ready once you've sorted that out.
That'll work.
All right, cool.
Delete it as to not confuse myself in the future.
You should just upload that bonus video.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm ready. You are.
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to 2008. It is not 2009, Putty.
True.
How's it going?
Yeah. Why you gotta take the pot shot so early? All right. It's a moment. It is a show for celebration. It's SNME 25, the quarter century, the silver anniversary of SNME.
25 years.
Almost. We looked this up actually, and ironically, the concept of SNME is like 23 years old. So we're not too far away.
Good. It's pretty good, all things considered.
And you know what also is pretty good is our card tonight.
That it is. We'll get through that as we get doing the show.
Yep.
We're in Boston, Massachusetts, in the TD Garden. Anything else to talk about?
I think the one thing that's worth filling people in on before we get running today, or 2 little things. One is we had another SNME 24, which is worth checking out over on the VODs channel. Lots of important stuff for SmackDown happened over there. This is more of a Raw focus show. And then the other thing that might be worth filling people in on is the Mr. Kennedy angle, because that's a big part of our television that the viewers might not be seeing if they're just watching the YouTube.
Yeah, Mr. Kennedy has been fighting with the various interviewers and media types hanging around Monday Night Raw. They seem to have, he himself is an irritating individual who consistently tends to push other people. the interviewers have responded by basically locking him out of any and all interview time. They refuse to let anybody hear his words.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen the most desperate of Mr. Kennedy when it comes to this situation. So I fear for tomorrow.
Yeah, he's certainly getting more and more desperate as time goes on. First of all, he was walked away from by the interview overlord, Amy Weber. Then he had his promo cut. We cut the commercial as soon as he started. And then most recently, so he was also banned from the interview area entirely. So he went down to the ring, and then that led to his promo being cut, like I just mentioned. And then most recently, this past Monday, he had his mic cut out while he tried to open the show. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where that feud goes. But Mr. Kennedy's not here tonight, here in Boston, in the TD Garden. But we've got a whole host of other stars. Should we get right into it?
Let's do it. All right, we get our normal kickoff intro stuff. The world is watching, the video packages, and then we check in with Jim Ross and Steve Austin at ringside. Yeah, we're gonna kick things off tonight with John Cena versus Kenny Dykstra.
Hell yeah! And John Cena enters. He comes down in the ring first. And there is a gargantuan pop here in the TD Garden. You know, John Cena's not had the best of years, but more importantly, we're starting to see a few crowds begin to, I don't know if turd is the right word, but sour a little bit on John Cena. Lately, we've seen a lot of his matches. The crowd have been 50-50 as whether they're supporting John or whether they're against John. That's not the case tonight. It's so rare that John Cena has a big match in what we would call home territory, but this is definitely it. The crowd are behind their man. They're behind John Cena. Can he get the job done? But, I mean, what job has he got to do? What is the challenge ahead of him? Tucker, why is he fighting Kenny Dykstra?
Kenny Dykstra is, to put it plain and simply, called John Cena washed as fuck. He claims that his time is over and that Kenny Dykstra's time is now. So move out the way, old man. It's a young man's world. Any other cliches about it being good to be young you can think of?
Kenny's not here to take part. He's here to take over.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah. Kenny Dykstra, John Cena. Is John Cena washed as fuck?
Let's find out. These two have a hard-hitting, gripping affair. It's actually an incredible banger as these two go. An insane banger. Whereas these two kind of lock up, they trade power spots. And the idea I had for this one is that about, 7 or so minutes into the match, Cena's going for the AA, and Dykstra slips out behind, pushes Cena against the ropes. Dykstra hits the opposite ropes and then hits Cena with a shoulder tackle. And then Kenny kind of stops and views the crowd, and he starts saying, "This is your guy? This is your man? This is the guy? Look, I'll show you how easy it is. I will show you how easy it is." And he puts his hand up, and he slowly does the heel version of the "you can't see me," and then he does the 5-knuckle shuffle. He's like, "Look how easy this is. This guy's past. His time's gone. It's my time now. It's my time." And then he picks Cena up and he hits him with his own AA. And he gets a 2 count as Cena kicks out. And then they go back. They battle back and forth. It's clear that Cena has to put a lot of effort into getting back into this match. Most of this is Dykstra working headlocks, ankle locks, slow kind of submission-based offense while Cena kind of sells. But eventually Cena does get that fire back, maybe a little bit enraged by the audacity of this young 22-year-old guy who does John Cena's moves against him in the Garden, and he hits that shoulder tackle, he hits the 5-knuckle shuffle. Kenny still, though, avoiding the attitude adjustment, but eventually Cena catches him with a drop toe hold, locks in the STF middle of the ring, and after a minute of trying to struggle to the ropes, Dykstra has no choice but to tap.
Fantastic. John Cena is not that washed.
Well, he had to work real hard for this win. But he did win.
I said not that washed.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, I'm with you. I want to make sure people know the context of this one. Although I'm sure people will know the context because this is going to be on every SNME DVD for the next year.
Literally, forever. Yep, we get an ad for the upcoming Survivor Series pay-per-view in Philadelphia about 2 months away from that.
Yep.
We see footage of Michael Nutter, the God.
Absolutely, 100%.
No context given.
Yeah.
No context given for who Michael Nutter is.
It's Nutter time.
Nutter time. Backstage, we see Jerry Lawler, and he's standing by. He says he's got Christian here with him, and he's excited to talk about the steel cage match tonight, the Cruiserweight Championship match against Roderick Strong. Christian, how you feeling, big dog?
Oh, I'm feeling great, Jerry. It's great to be back here in the WWE to see my peeps again. A couple months ago, I came back here with only one goal in mind, and that was to become the Cruiserweight Champion of the World. And at SummerSlam in Moscow, I did just that. I won the Cruiserweight Championship, and it feels so good. But the only thing that's been annoying me, the only thing that's been getting on my nerves since I came back to Thursday Night SmackDown has been Roderick Strong and his bunch of lackeys. Millennium. Look, I respect Roderick Strong. He's a hell of a competitor. But there's just something about Millennium that gets on my nerves. And tonight, I can't wait to finish it. It's just going to be me, Roderick Strong, inside a steel cage for the Cruiserweight Championship. And when those cage doors get locked, it's just going to be man on man. And I'm hoping to lock Roderick Strong out of the Cruiserweight Championship picture for good. There's another thing that's been annoying me, Jerry. Can I be honest with you? Can I be frank? It's Roderick Strong's choice of footwear. I mean, those really are shitty little boots.
Fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic. All right. Yeah, so we go back to ringside. We've got JR and Steve Austin. They're discussing what's going to be coming up next. It's a non-title matchup. It's Ted DiBiase Jr. taking on Randy Orton. Ted DiBiase kind of started this. Orton and DiBiase had a match together on Raw. DiBiase beat Orton. I believe, did he hit him with the belt?
I think he hit him with some brass knuckles, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that would be it. Yeah, so essentially, either way, Ted DiBiase cheating to get one over on Randy Orton. Randy Orton responded last week by kicking Cody Rhodes in the head.
Yep.
Is he going to do the same thing to Ted DiBiase?
Let's find out.
Let's find out indeed.
These two have quite a similar match to our opener in that Randy Orton is sort of playing a babyface fiery role, and DiBiase is just trying to grind Orton down with his dirty DMLS submission tactics, locking in some really nasty looking holds, some precisely targeted strikes to the extremities of Randy Orton, holding in submissions for a little longer than maybe he should, and then when he gets admonished for it, he informs the ref very plainly that he does have till 5. But then eventually Randy Orton, the frustration will boil over and hit a series of hard-hitting offense, culminating in his signature RKO, and as we've learned over the years, that once that gets hit, it's game over. And Randy Orton picks up the win.
And after the match, he's going to pick up another thing as well.
Love it.
As the belt is being kind of transferred over to the ring from the area it rests at ringside. There's no name for that, is there?
It's sort of it's the timekeeper's area, right? I know you're speaking more specifically of the little table they have for it.
The little table.
Yeah.
Where the belts rest. And Randy Orton basically intercepts it as it comes back in, and he holds it for a second, and he gives it a good look over, puts it down, and leaves.
What could that mean?
What could that mean? That could mean anything.
Should we book it in?
yeah, I think so.
I think it's... Well, how we haven't got SNME 26 in the things yet, have we?
No.
Okay, let's not book it in then. I'm not sure if it'll be on Raw or on SNME. We'll have to look at the dates.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Backstage, we've got Amy Weber. She is with Jeff Hardy.
And Matt Hardy. And she asks, she says, boys, you've had a whirlwind year. Jeff, especially, you spent the most part of the summer chasing a goal of becoming the United States champion. And well, everybody, it seems, in the audience was on your side. You just came up short time after time. And so that's why it was a massive surprise when John Cena picked you to be his opponent in Moscow. But not only did you hold your own, you're the WWE champion. But now you've got to face Edge, a completely different opponent. How are you going to approach it? How has the last few weeks dealing with Edge been for you?
It's been hard, Amy. You know, I've been thinking real hard about Edge and what he's been saying, and in a lot of ways I can sympathize with him. You know, I've finally worked so hard to win this title, and if I had worked my whole way to win this thing just to lose it in a way that really was not my fault, I would also be angry. I'd be frustrated. Now, the way Edge has gone about that, attacking me, probably not the way I'd handle it, but to each their own. We're here nonetheless. Tonight, I have to remind myself I am not the man who wronged Edge. This really is not my fault. Regardless of that, if he can beat me, I guess his nightmare's over and mine's just beginning. All right, up next, we've got Candice Michelle taking on Melina Perez for the Women's Championship.
Hell yeah. Melina won the title at SummerSlam in dubious circumstances, but regardless of that, is one of the most decorated women on the roster. Candice Michelle, coming over from SmackDown, was one of the hottest prospects of the year, and she claims to be Melina, but better. Let's see if she's right. No,
The
Melina
answer is no.
Melina is in fact very good, and she hits Candice Michelle with the last call, retaining her WWE Women's Championship in a very strong women's match here at Quarter Century.
I didn't write anything for this.
You remember what it is, though? Do you want to do it, or should I?
Yeah, it is. We see an ad, mostly featuring John Cena, because that's the GOAT, baby. We're running a tour string, I guess I should say. We're just running a tour, is what you would say. We're running a tour.
A tour leg.
Yeah, there you go. We're running the Dallas-Fort Worth area, in and around SNME 26 there. So come on out, folks. Bring out your dead.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
We will collect them for the Undertaker.
I'm gonna say topical plague humor. Thank God, actually, it's not topical anymore. Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah. Also, never mind. I won't make the link. Hopefully, people didn't.
Okay, good, because I didn't. So yeah.
Cool. All right. So we are at SummerSlam. We had a hell of a tag team match. Tucker, tell people about it.
We did. These guys went crazy. Quick, fast-paced bout. They're two of the best teams that we have. London and Kendrick possibly being the greatest tag team of all the times. John Morrison and The Miz, currently the World Tag Team Champions, having won that match we're talking about at SummerSlam. It's the rematch. Who's going to come out as champion?
It's a huge rematch. We're talking about, like you said, arguably one of the best tag teams of all time, certainly one of the best of their generation, and the only team to have ever beaten them for a championship clean.
Here we go.
Oh, and the rematch is level as London and Kendrick come out on top in yet another exciting, high-octane bout. The championships are back in the hands of the cruiserweights.
Yeah, it's their second World Tag Team title win, fourth Tag Team title win overall.
Yep. Huge. This isn't over, I'm sure.
We'll have to see.
Tune in on Monday. And here
Steve Austin,
we go.
Jim Ross show a whole bunch of different pictures of Boston.
Oh, you're right.
They thank Boston for hosting for us tonight. It's been a good time, and we look forward to bringing more great events to the area in the future.
Yep. And here we go. It is
is.
the Cruiserweight Championship match. All right, let me grab some stuff for this. All right,
Go ahead.
so these two men. Do you have anything for this before I pop off?
I'm about to say, I think you've got it.
All right, cool. We'll go through and then
yeah.
you hit me up at the end if you've got anything. So these two men, they fought at SummerSlam. They have an incredibly interesting kind of combination of offense. We've got on one side now Roderick Strong, one of the most celebrated cruiserweights of the last few years, a guy who has one of the longest reigns ever. And on the other hand, we got Christian, a hugely celebrated legend of the WWE, who has just come back to a new division and immediately become the cruiserweight champion. Now, I think a lot of people who are maybe casual viewers of SmackDown don't realize how difficult it is just to come in and win the cruiserweight title. It's not a step down. It is in some ways a step up. Some people find it harder to compete in the cruiserweight division than they do in the heavyweight division, depending on their weight and their style and things like that. It is incredibly difficult to step into the cruiserweight division, and doing it when Roderick Strong is at the top of it is an entirely different ballgame. So respect where it's due. Christian, a beloved star, right, guy who has a lot of support and a lot of fans, but not just that, has proved it in the ring on the big stage in Moscow, winning the Cruiserweight Championship. So this match is going to be huge, locked inside a steel cage. Both men determined, steely. Roderick Strong comes out, gets talks with his Millennium stablemates, and then sends them to the back. Tonight he's doing it on his own. Christian comes out to an enormous pop. Of course, the fans delighted to see Christian back in the WWE. And yeah, the bell rings and Christian charges at Roderick Strong, but Strong quickly sidesteps and drives his knee into Christian's midsection. Strong taking control, using that precise technical offense to really control the match, doing things like getting some hard-hitting strikes, some backbreakers mixed in. He's also, hitting Christian with a back suplex into the side of the cage, brutal backbreaker onto his knee, really taking control of the match, dissecting Christian piece by piece. Every time Christian tries to rally, Strong's cutting him off, slamming him into the cage. The crowd begins to boo. And then Strong's going to yell back at the crowd Christian, you should have never come back. You should have stayed where you were. You're too old. You're past your prime. I run this division. This is my era. My era. And then around the 8-minute mark, Christian will begin to mount his comeback. Strong whips him into the ropes, but Christian counters with a high-flying forearm smash straight to Strong's face, and the crowd begins to erupt. Christian follows up, reverse DDT, and then begins to climb the cage, looking to escape. Strong recovers quickly, grabs Christian's leg and pulls him down onto the mat, and they begin to brawl, punches back and forth as they both now begin climbing the cage, maybe hoping to escape. They get hung up on they're both standing on the top rope, trading punches back and forth. Which man will fall first? And it's Christian who hits a tornado DDT off of those ropes for a near fall, for a 1-2. And Strong kicks out. Christian, though, keeps up the pace, climbs to the top rope, and hits a diving European uppercut straight to Roderick Strong. And he takes a moment to bask in the crowd as he's finally got control of the match. A little bit later, to continue trading spots, Christian is climbing to the top. Maybe he's going to finally escape. The crowd are kind of building to a pinnacle. Maybe Christian hits some sort of signature move. Do you have a signature move idea for what Christian could hit to gain some space?
Oh, reverse DDT.
Another reverse DDT, which gives him the space to... That's fine. He only hit one earlier in the match. It's all good. So he gets the space. He climbs to the top of the cage, and he's looking like he's just about to escape when, oh my God, it's Jack Evans, Tyson Kidd, and Greg Helms storming down to ringside. The crowd begins to boo as Jack Evans begins climbing the side of the steel cage, while Greg Helms and Tyson Kidd begin working on the door to try and get access. Christian and Evans brawl on top of the cage, but eventually Christian slams Evans's head to the top of the cage, and he kicks him in the sternum, and Evans crashes down to ringside. Kidd and Helms...
Many flips on his way down.
True. He does a diving meteor to the floor.
Breaks his knees. It's terrible.
At this point, though, Strong has been dragged back into the ring. But he manages to kick Roderick Strong off of him. Sorry, I said Strong, I meant Christian. Christian's been dragged back down to the ring. He kicks Strong off of him, but then he looks as Kidd and Helms are trying to like break into the door, which is enough of a distraction for Strong to hit him with a low blow. To another big boos from the crowd. Ooh. And then immediately Strong hits the ropes and hits Christian with a vicious running single leg drop kick. A brutal move that leaves Christian collapsed on the mat. Strong looks smugly into the crowd, points down at the mat and says, "This is my time," and begins climbing out of the cage. Just as Strong hits the top, though, Christian I've lost your stream, but it's not on your end. Okay, it's back. That was weird. That's it. We've gone over this before. It's fine anyway because you're recording. Just as Strong gets to the top of the cage, Christian springs to life. He climbs up the cage wall and they begin brawling. Both men sitting atop the cage, balancing precariously. And at that point, Christian grabs Strong by the head and slams him face first to the top of the cage. Then Christian hits a sunset flip power bomb off the top of the cage as both men crash back down to the mat. And there's like a pause, like Kidd and Helms are both like, "What the fuck?" as they stop trying to break into the cage and just look at what the fuck just happened. But then they recover and they successfully break the lock and begin running into the cage with a steel chair. Road agents and refs try to pull them out, but eventually it's Christian who hits a running drop kick, basement drop kick to Tyson Kidd, who drops the steel chair into the ring and then like barrels backwards into Greg Helms, sending them both kind of scrambling to the outside. He turns around though into the death by Roderick. 1, 2, but Christian kicks out at 2. He's still alive. Strong can't believe it. He drags Christian to his feet, slaps him in the face, and he says, "The cruiserweight division is mine. This championship is mine." And then out of nowhere, Christian hits the kill switch. And the crowd grows silent. The anticipation is rising. Christian can't capitalize with a pinfall. He can't capitalize, so he begins crawling to the door where Tyson Kidd has recovered, and Tyson Kidd is slowly trying to crawl back into the ring himself. Christian gets his hand on the door. He looks down at Tyson Kidd, who looks up at Christian, and Christian slams the door into Tyson Kidd's head as he topples backwards. And then Christian looks out onto the floor of Greg Helms, who's barely recovered, Tyson Kidd holding his head on the floor, and there's a moment he thinks about leaving. He thinks about winning. He looks back. Roderick Strong is stirring. Could Christian escape? Could he take this moment? He slams the door shut, he reattaches the lock, and he turns to face Roderick Strong, and they charge at each other, brawling with one last flurry of strikes, until finally Christian hits a second kill switch. 1, 2, 3, and still the Cruiserweight Champion of the world.
Fucking fantastic. Jesus. Yeah, goddamn. All
right. Anything you want to
add? No, I think you more than covered it, honestly. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Good shit.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Yeah. Christian makes defense number 1 of that Cruiserweight title. Has he escaped the Millennium Vortex?
We'll have to find out on Thursday.
You'll have to find out. Yeah. All right. We are set for our main event tonight. Yeah, Edge feels like he never lost that title, never in a proper way. Jeff Hardy, not really his fault, though, is it?
No.
They both make their way to the ring. We've got Lillian Garcia there to do our introductions. Let's do it. WWE title match.
Hell yeah. I've got a bunch of this stuff from about the 12th minute onwards. So I don't know if you could put together like the start of this match, how like before it starts getting a little crazy.
Oh, okay. It's unfortunate, obviously, because that's where most of the ideas come from these two.
That's true. I have a general structure I could suggest.
Yeah, you go ahead, because I'm
thinking Edge is working over Hardy's neck and his back.
okay. Yeah, that's pretty much where I was going as well. I was like, it should probably be Edge on the heat for most of the early section. Then as Jeff starts to kind of make a bit of space and stuff like that, he can start to do crazier shit, which I think will then only escalate Edge, because that's how Edge works. Escalation artist.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. That about cover
for
the first part? Or, okay,
yeah, sure.
Cool.
I think a lot of it's going to be, like you say, Edge trying to work Jeff down, but most importantly, like Jeff is just refusing to die, which I think I agree with you. A mixture of that and sort of Hardy trying to escalate the tempo of the match will only drive Edge's unhinged nature overboard. And it's around the 12th minute of the match where Edge really, where sort of the tension begins to boil over after a near fall on an execution DDT, that Edge will roll out of the ring, kind of push his hair back and his eyes get all crazy, and he like rubs the front of his face like, oh God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then he goes under the ring and he gets a steel chair. And the referee is good. Who's the referee for this one again? It's Brian Hebner, right? Earl Hebner. Rolls out of the ring, and Earl Hebner says, Edge, this is not a hardcore match, right? If you hit Jeff Hardy with a steel chair, I will disqualify you. That will be the end of the match. And then Edge is going to like softly push Earl away and roll into the ring. And then Earl will like follow him and be like, Edge, don't do this. And he almost tries to get in Edge's way. And then Edge looks at the chair and he looks at Earl and he shakes his head and he reluctantly throws the chair to the outside, which that was enough of a distraction for Hardy to recover from the earlier spots and rally. Edge sees Hardy get up behind Earl, and so he gently pushes Earl out of the way and immediately tries to dive into a spear, but Hardy counters it, big knee to Edge's chin, and as Edge is stunned, he hits him with a twist of fate, and the crowd begins to erupt, and Matt Hardy's like, come on, let's do this, go, and Hardy climbs, signaling for the Swanton Bomb. He's going to end this here, but Edge manages to spring to his feet, and he will shove Earl Hebner into the ropes. He shoves Earl Hebner into the top rope. It causes Jeff to stumble, and it also causes Earl Hebner to hit the mat hard, and he's been knocked out cold.
That's
Jeff Hardy,
damn near elderly man.
Yes.
God damn it.
He's got a pension. Edge
He should.
Edge looks even more unhinged at Hardy on top of the perched awkwardly on top of the rope, and he I actually don't know what kind of move Edge could do here. How does Edge exploit Hardy being up in a precarious position?
You want to know where my brain immediately went?
Go.
I was like, top rope draping DDT.
Yep, I like it.
Hit another kind of an execution, but not really.
Maybe a little bit of a throwback to his partner turned mortal enemy.
Yep. I was gonna say, yeah, the man who has changed him for good.
He's going to roll out of the ring after that and go back under the ring, just like he did earlier. But this time, he's unleashed. He's going to pull a steel chair out, a kendo stick, and a trash can lid. And he throws them all into the ring. The crowd is like, doesn't know how to feel. Like, they're booing Edge because he's doing bad things, but they're also like, this is kind of fun. we can get into this. Edge is going to slide into the ring and begin mercilessly beating Hardy with the kendo stick. Slams to his back as Hardy sells like death that this fucking hurts. The shots echo across the arena. Edge's face is contorted with rage. JR and Austin say, this isn't about the WWE Championship. Jeff Hardy's just gotten in the way of an angry man. And then Jeff is going to crawl to the corner, and as Edge follows him, trying to pick him up, Jeff manages to grab the trash can lid and just smack Edge right in the face with it, as Edge kind of stumbles backwards, blood beginning to drip down his face. Hardy kind of pushes on, flurry of punches, kicks as the crowd begins to kind of rise, and the action begins to spill outside of the ring. Eventually, Edge manages to retain control of the match, and he goes back under the ring for another toy. This time, it's a table. He sets it up at ringside, but Hardy's manages to fight back. and the two men eventually brawl up on the apron, back and forth. Edge kicks Hardy in the knee, giving him enough space to backwards. You can see what's going through his head. He's going to spear Jeff through the table. He runs at him. He goes for the spear, but Jeff gets out of the way and pushes Edge right through the table. Edge crashes through the ringside table, and it seems to be just completely out of it. Hardy tries to capitalize on this. He dives off of the apron with a sort of splash, and then he gets Edge back into the ring. Earl Hebner's still out. He's old. He's groggy. He's fucked. But Hardy gets a cover, and Earl recovers just enough to count a 2 count. But he's still clearly out of it, and so afterwards he goes back to selling.
That's great.
Eventually, Edge gets control of the match one more time, and he sees that there's a chair in the ring from when Earl stopped him. And then there's also a chair out of the ring from when he got the second chair. Oh, it's the other way around. Sorry. The one that's in the ring is from when Edge got it. And the one that was out of the ring is the one he threw when Earl stopped him. And so he gets one chair and he puts Jeff's head square on it. He thinks about it for a second. This is the first time in the match that Edge has really hesitated. But then he seems committed to this course of action. He goes, he gets the second chair. He looks at it. He kind of fingers a bit of the blood on his forehead and then is like, yeah, it's time. And he slams the chair onto Jeff Hardy's head, the concerto. Vicious. Hardy's skull contorts under the steel and he writhes in pain, and Edge covers him.
Dead.
The man might be dead. Edge covers him. Earl kind of vaguely regains enough life. 1, 2, it's a slow count. And Hardy just kicks out before 3. He's not dead. He's alive. He's there. He's got it. And immediately after that 2 count, Hardy kicks out at Edge's ankles and his shins and tries to, and grabs one of the steel chairs and just starts slamming it into Edge's legs and back and head. Jeff Hardy has almost snapped. He's not doing it viciously, but he is slamming Edge with these steel chairs repeatedly over and over and over again until finally he drops it to the side, the chair bent in half, and he's he just screams with this primal roar, his face paint all faded and maybe a little bit of blood beginning to pour down his face as well. And then almost as a mirror of Edge, it appears like an idea appears in Jeff Hardy's head. And he rolls out of the ring. And he goes under the ring for the first time in this match. And what does he pull out? But a ladder.
Hey.
And he sets it up at ringside. Edge still prone in the middle of the ring. And Jeff Hardy begins climbing the ladder. And the card is like, what are you doing, Jeff? This is a ladder match. What are you doing? What the fuck's going on?
It's a moron.
And then Jeff Hardy straddles himself at the top of this ladder, looking down upon Edge at the ring, looks out at the crowd, does the Jeff Hardy hand signals, swanton bomb from on top of the ladder, covers him, Earl barely alive. 1, 2, 3. Jeff Hardy is still the WWE champion.
So was that ladder set up in the ring?
Outside the ring.
I thought so. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Yeah,
cool.
I honestly don't know how they've never done that.
They might have. I don't remember it, but they might have.
Completely doable, completely feasible.
Hell yeah.
You were right as well on the time and stuff like that. Yeah.
Anything you want to add to the match? Edit or anything?
I don't think so. I had a bit of a spot in my head that I don't know if we'll ever get around again to for... I don't know if we'll ever get back around to Edge, Jeff Hardy. I don't think it's something we intended this time around.
You kayfabe, or do you want me to correct you?
I can't think of it, so...
I don't think this is over, and I think, in fact, the propensity of these two men to use tables, ladders, and chairs in this match may lead to a rematch of a certain kind.
I don't think so. I don't think you can take any foreshadowing here at all. No, I don't buy it. Issue seems done.
Then I stand corrected. You're right. Maybe we'll never get back to this.
We'll never ever get back to it. See you next month.
Somebody in the comments was like, I'm looking forward to Jeff Hardy's first title defense in America. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it did pretty damn well, I will say.
What a celebration show. And you can buy our silver plaques for SNME 25 at the WWE merch store right now. Only available this weekend.
The silver plaques. Fantastic. Let's throw the credits up on here.
Thank you to these people. Much appreciated. Oh.
Hold on. Let's talk to some folk first.
I mean, John Cena, Jeff Hardy, Edge.
Yep. Randy Orton?
No, I don't think that match did amazing. Yeah, I think it was like in the 70s, right? The actual work was really good, but the match didn't do that great.
Yeah.
I actually think Melina. I know the match was worse, but to me that overperformed a lot. I don't know how this show did so well, by the way. Like the crowd were super hot. Everything did great ratings, but I don't know. This was really good.
There we go. I'll go with this.
That looks good to me.
Solid. We made some money.
It's true.
We made some pop.
True.
We talked to some journalists.
No.
No. All right. Throw the credits up there on the screen. Thanks to everybody who's supported over the many years we've been doing this now. Good Lord. I say that like it's new information to me. I don't know why.
No, I feel like every couple months it feels like, I don't know. I agree with you. There's something about it where it's like we are at the point now where every time we add another unit of time to this series, it's like, man, we've been going a while. Like this is our 5th year and we're almost finished with it.
Yeah, man.
I say almost finished. We've got a quarter of it left, but still.
Yeah. Well, we're maybe getting sued, but that's okay. Nobody cares. Cool. Oh, right. You guys have not seen anything there. Oh, that's a black screen. There you go. Yeah, we're maybe being sued, but that's okay. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Anything else you got to say, Potty?
I don't think so.
All right. We're gonna see you folks in the next one.
Which might be Survivor Series, but probably won't be Survivor Series. I would imagine.
Yeah, probably.
I think you're going to be seeing the next 2 SNMEs. Maybe just one, but we'll see.
Right on. For myself, for Putty, for not Candace McCool. Yeah, for not Candace McCool.
I like how you said we might be getting sued for number 4, but actually we might also be getting sued for number 1 because I'm not sure we should be doing this because
that's
don't tell them. No.
We'll see you guys in October probably.
Yep.
In game, just to be clear.
Yeah, well, who knows? It could be. You never know.
We're going away for a long time. We'll see you there. Goodbye. All right, cool. We're out.
Cool. Yeah, it seemed like you enjoyed the cruiserweight match. How did you feel about I had a lot more notes for those matches than the usual. Was that okay with you? Okay.
No, I liked it. It's like a lot of the stuff that I'm not great at formatting anyways.
Same if I was to try and do it off the top of my head. Yeah.
That is fair. Yeah, no, if I sat down and was like, what can I do in this match? I would still probably only come up with spots though. Like it's still just what's the big things? Like I could do a general structure and then the big things.
Someone asked, "Lol, what did you do to Michelle?" We didn't do anything, but we let her contract expire in the middle of her maternity leave, which might not be legal. I don't really know for sure, but yeah,
it is America.
It is America. It's also 2008, so you never know.
Yeah.
I'm not, as you know, one thing I've said to you is I think I'm really bad with like play-by-play stuff. I like the formula of wrestling, but I'm very much not I know all the moves names guy. So I had to do some research for some of this, which is why I was also sending you some Kofi Kingston gifs because I was like, I need to find out what moves this guy uses because he's coming back soon, and I want to put over that he's a cool mover. With the first
cool mover.
The first match, I just had the idea in my head of having Kenny Dykstra do John Cena's moves because I thought that would be funny, or that would be fun.
Yeah. No, I like that.
I can't believe that match did so well, by the way. Maybe I need to start getting on the Kenny Dykstra to the moon train. Yeah, maybe I do. Honestly, like you know how we have two guys who might be winning the United States Championship soon. Like, sorry, two. Only one of them's going to win it, but we have two options for that guy.
Yeah,
I do still think I like my guy more, but I'm really, really close to switching it to your guy. Like, so it's definitely something we should keep talking about as we get closer to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody whose pop you want to take a look at here at all?
I guess it'd be cool to check Edge and Jeff.
Yeah, sure.
About where I thought it would be.
Yeah, just down a little bit.
Okay, that's good.
Up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what we want.
Well, I guess Christian and Roddy Strong is an interesting. I don't really know where they're at these days. That's really over, but he's down because he did lose to Roddy recently.
And then Roddy is where he has been, pretty much.
He's at a high, but yeah, generally where he has been.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense for me.
He got an 89 in ring for that for that match, by the way, in case you didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't know the number specifically, but yeah, no, I'm really happy with how that went.
Yeah, 89 for him, 86 for Christian.
Yeah, I mean that main doing so well as I know that the game likes both those guys, but still really impressed with that whole thing. I mean, that show was great. I'm really shocked that show did as well as it did in game. Like, there were some crazy ratings on that show.
Yeah, that show apparently fucking banged. I don't know. Maybe we should always open with John Cena fighting somebody.
In Boston? I don't know if we can always do that. But yeah.
We could.
True, we just changed it. Like, we said we'd do SNME at the Garden every month.
Yep, there you go. TD Garden, our holy ground.
True. I mean, it's probably like a hot venue, right? But yeah. We have to leave that in the past now. Gone is the Cow Palace, Madison Square Garden, TD Garden, holy trinity of SNMEs. We're going to Texas.
So they're back where they're supposed to be. How about that? That's our one title change for this show.
True.
Huzzah.
We almost had all the Raw championships being defended on that show if Randy Orton Ted was a title match.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I thought about that on
Very
Raw.
Nice.
Yeah. When is SNME 26? We should probably make that show since we've just finished SNME 25. It is.
Let me see.
The 18th of. It says September, but that's obviously meant to be October.
Yes, it does. That's funny.
I fixed that.
It is the 18th.
Yep. And then I had suggested, I think, on the Discord, a name for it, but it was literally just Championship Scramble. I don't know if you want to do something a little more creative, like Scramble for Gold or Scramble for Glory. Or the Great Scramble. Scrambled eggs, tossed salad, and scrambled eggs.
Oh my. What about
Bound for Glory?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that one. That one we should use.
Destination CW.
Destination CW. Well done.
I think I've pitched that before, unironically. But no, that doesn't fit this show. We can just call it SNME 26 for now if you want to think on it.
Yeah, something like the Great Scramble, the Scramble, something like that. Yeah.
I also I pitched a very tentative name for 27, which you can go look at on the Discord.
I saw that. Yeah.
It sounds like you might have liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
I came up with an alternative that I liked called just Fame and Glory. But I also, I mean, if you like the tentative title there, then we can just use it. It's not like it's not like I pitched it and thought this is shit. I was just like, I don't necessarily think Tucker's gonna love this, but if you do like it, then we can use it.
It's something to me. I don't exactly know what the meme is, but there's a meme in my head that's like some like Italian guy being like, "Living the dream."
Yeah, it might be a Sopranos line. Maybe there's a Sopranos meme out there, or Cliff from the Sopranos. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
I liked it when I came up with it. I know you probably got the subtext because it's very you subtext, but I think it's cool because there's a duality to it, isn't there? There's the both men in that main event could be considered living the dream, but they're very different men
with very different dreams.
With very different dreams. You're not wrong. All right. Well, I'll leave that anyway. I like the Great Scramble if that's what you settle on.
Yep. And then we'll pre-book in for this as well.
Yes. Now that I know it's the 18th, I think we can book in this US title match. Which is what I assumed you were going to do. Yeah.
I knew it was something, but I couldn't remember quite.
And I have a pitch for a finish for that match, but I'm going to wait till we're off stream to tell you. It's not going to take long. All right.
Awesome.
Do we have anything else we need to go over on stream?
I don't think so. I think we're all good.
All right, cool. I'm going to finish off the stream then. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. And we'll see you guys next time for the Fallout shows. And we start to build to SNME in Texas. Peace.